Hey guys, so you know how lately I've been making some Arthur episode reviews? Well, today I'm making another one, but this time I'm reviewing an episode from one of the later seasons of Arthur. And today I will be reviewing the season 17 episode Opposites Distract. Also, fun fact, when I looked up this episode on broadcasting schedules, it has it spelled as Opposites Distract. What the heck is an Opposites? Is it where two pigsties are opposite from each other? Coincidentally, we will be looking at a pigsty in today's episode review. The episode starts out with DW distracting Arthur when he's trying to do his homework. Arthur then tells us about how hard it is to get started on your homework, like of how you need a good pencil. But hopefully that's so you can throw it at your teacher because homework sucks. And then you'll need a ruler, because you'll need to measure your nose to make sure it doesn't get too long and doesn't end up giving away your lie about not doing your homework. Then Arthur says you'll need a good amount of light, which sounds reasonable except for the fact that it's daytime and you shouldn't be wasting energy sources like that. Arthur's just about to get started on his homework, but then it turns out there's a leak in the ceiling. That's better than an information leak. Probably. Anyways, then Arthur finds out it might take a week for the workers to fix the leak. So Arthur tries to study in the den, but his mom is talking to one of her clients on the computer. He then tries to study in DW's room. Then he tries studying in the treehouse, but his papers get blown away. The next day, Arthur arrives at school with his paper covered in leaves. Arthur tells Buster about the leak in his room, and then Buster says that maybe he can study in Buster's room with Buster until the leak gets fixed. Arthur thinks that's a great idea, but then Muffy opens her mouth.
I advise against it. According to Young Entrepreneurs magazine, 75% of friends who work together don't stay together.
Muffy, you're not a therapist. Francine there reminds Muffy of when she had to stay with the Frenskys back in season 1. I haven't made a review on this episode yet, but if you want me to, then just let me know. Arthur and Buster then imagine how much work they could get done when they study together. Anyways, when the two boys arrive at Buster's room, his room is a mess. Oh wait, I'm being too nice. Buster's room is a dump. Literally. We all know that Buster's a slob from previous episodes, but we've seen Buster's room plenty of times and it's never been a dump like it is in this episode. Apparently Buster's messy room is his system, which involves piles of dirty clothes that haven't been washed, and just everything is really untidy.
There's a system to it. See? There's a system to it. There's a system to it.
Buster, you've said that like 3 times. Anyways, Buster's trying to study for a geography test by just nibbling on vegetables to make them look like countries or something. Buster will literally use every excuse he can to eat. Classic Buster Baxter. The next day, Arthur arrives at Buster's house while Buster's at some alien invasion defense club. Buster still believes in aliens. Buster really is gullible. Arthur has had enough of Buster's sloppiness, so he decides to clean up Buster's room for him. When Buster comes back from his club, he's horrified to see that Arthur messed up his system, even though Buster's system is probably the stupidest system in the universe.
Where's my United Nations of Vegetation?
It was all running, so I made you this instead.
A map? Who studies for a geography test with a map?
Everyone? Then later, when Arthur and Buster are doing their homework, Arthur starts breathing on his glasses and cleaning them. And he keeps on talking as he finishes his math problems. And this makes Buster frustrated. Then Mrs. Baxter and Mrs. Reed run into each other at the mall, and Bitsy tells Mrs. Reed that Arthur and Buster aren't getting along.
It's more like that old TV sitcom.
On November 13th, Arthur Reed was asked to leave his own bedroom.
Wait a minute. So here it says November 13th. But at the beginning of the episode, it literally says May 10th on Arthur's report. So not only is Buster's room unorganized, but so is the episode's timeline. Eventually Buster snaps at Arthur and the two boys get into an argument.
How would you know? You're
Fight,
the biggest
fight,
slob
fight,
I've ever
fight,
seen.
fight,
Well,
fight,
you're the
fight,
biggest
fight,
freak
fight.
I've ever seen.
Arthur and Buster decide to cut ties and stop studying together. So Buster then goes to Muffy and Francine for advice. But apparently Muffy and Francine can't work out their differences either. Buster then goes to DW for help. And you know things are bad when your best friend rats on you to your annoying little sister. Arthur and Mrs. Baxter are then seen eating spaghetti and marshmallow balls, which apparently is a food that Buster likes according to his mom. Which Arthur actually thinks tastes kind of good. Then Buster walks in, and Arthur and Buster apologize to each other. But once again another argument starts up, which leads to Arthur storming out Buster's room. However, he accidentally breaks off the door handle, thus trapping the two boys in Buster's room. Well, Arthur, at least you aren't stuck with Francine like you were locked in the library. Arthur and Buster then start playing a board game to pass the time, and Mrs. Baxter has to use a hammer and a nail to knock down the door. Bro, you knocked down the door just like that? Could have killed Arthur and Buster. Like literally, the door could have landed smack on top of them. Then that night, Arthur is in his room doing his homework after his leak has finally been fixed. But now it turns out there's a leak in Buster's room. The drama just never ends, guys. So anyways, guys, it looks like the Arthur episode review is over now, and I thought that was a pretty good episode. And yeah, so anyways, see you guys in the next video. I'm going to work on some more Arthur episode reviews coming up soon, and I'm going to upload them, so that's why I'm not really doing much of a review for this Arthur episode review. So see you guys, I guess. See you guys.